This week's Torah portion speaks about the two sons of Isaac, Jacob and Esau. And these two brothers could not be more diametrically opposed. Esau was rugged and physical. He went out in the field, he hunted, he stole, he lived life by the tip of his sword and was always out there. Jacob essentially was a programmer. He sat in the tent all day and he studied the books and he didn't get outside a lot. These two brothers, because it's the Torah, and the Torah loves to have these complex family dynamics, were each loved by their parents, but each one by a different parent. And so Rebekah loved Jacob, who was the nice Jewish boy, and Isaac loved Esau. He loved the uncouth and unsavory of the two sons. And so the question is, why is it that Isaac loved Esau? Seemingly Jacob was the role model, the nice Jewish boy, the person who was studying Torah, the person who was doing everything right. And Esau was a wild person, and the rabbis give all kinds of different reasons. And he would ask questions, and he would try and trick his father and make it seem like he was very pious, when in fact he was not so pious. But ultimately, it says that Isaac loved the foods that he cooked, and whatever these foods meant or represented or were, that's what he loved about him. So Isaac was not a naive person, right? He understood humanity, he understood people, he understood that his son Esau was a tricky guy. But that's why he loved him, because he saw his potential. That he understood that he was making problems and he wasn't living up to the life that he should live. But he saw that what if Esau could only channel himself, could only sit down and put himself to the task and do what he had to do and lived up to the potential he had, he could accomplish so much more than Jacob. And that is why Isaac loved him, that's why Isaac cared about him, because Isaac wanted him to live up to that expectation he had within him and to reach his true potential. When it comes to how we act as Jews, so you can look and you can say, there are people out there that they're so good and they're so holy like all of you. Or, you could say, I'm a person who struggles and I have difficulties like me. And we could always look and seem to say, my service as a Jew is incomplete. Somehow I'm not living up to the potential I have, and therefore I must not be a good Jew, right? And the reality is that is the Jew that Isaac loved, and that is what each and every one of us, that God looks up to us to do. Because just like when it comes to food, there are two types of flavors. You can have something that's sweet, like ice cream or cake, but that could get cloying. Or you can have something that's spicy and a little bitter. And the bitterness and the spiciness don't just, detract from the food, but they're what makes it so great. That sometimes the difficulties and the challenges we face in life represent something that's lacking in us, but rather represent the potential that we have to reach. And if only we tap into that struggle and into that difficulty and channel and bring it in the right direction, then we will truly be what Esau was supposed to be. We'll live up to what we're supposed to do. Or we're able to have that truly high potential that Isaac saw in his son.